All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? Beautiful people. And bigger than that, what's up with your chakras, bruh? You ever been going through like a patch or a period in your life and you just feel like things are off? No matter how much sleep you get, no matter how much coffee you drink, no matter how much time that you try to take to yourself to figure something out, it's like you just seem to be going in circles. A lot of times when this happens, it means that there is an imbalance in your chakras. And we about to see what's up with your chakras, bruh. So go ahead. As you can see, today we are doing a pick a color. Take a moment to pick your color. But don't forget, y'all, that with each of my pick a card, color, or whatever readings, you get a spiritual assignment that brings you into your experience. And this is free, okay? I'm not requiring for you to sign up. You don't have to do any type of logins. There's no payment required. It's all because I love to help people bring themselves back to their wholeness. All right. So to get the spiritual assignment, go ahead and head over to my website, as you can see here in blue. And from there, you're going to just match the thumbnail to the post that I have there. And every group that you pick has its own dedicated assignment. But my services don't stop there. No, they don't stop there, y'all. I also offer a free 10-minute, we usually talk for up to 15 though, I'm not gonna lie, free consultation call. There's no subscription required. Again, there's no enrollment. There's no hidden sales pitch. Honestly, you can just call me. We can talk about anything on your mind. And I will give you advice, intuitive advice, which usually does include a single card pull. And if the vibe is right and we decide to work together in the future, so be it. But when you are ready to invest, I have services that are under 50 and also services that are 50 and above, depending on the level of care, spiritual care, emotional care you're ready to start to give to yourself. So when you are ready, make sure you head over to my website, www.lovenaturalee.com/book me, baby. But no, it's just /book me. I'm adding the baby part. So pile number 1, this would be your color, blue. Blue. If you like pile number 2, your color is green. Green. And for pile 3, we have the color red. Red. All right, so I think it's time that we head into your reading. I'll see you there. Okay, so if you pick pile blue, this is going to be your reading. Let's start our timer. All right. And you already know what we're looking at today. We are looking at what chakra in your energy body is out of balance. And we're going to see why is it out of balance. We're going to try to get it back into balance and see what your spirit is trying to get you to do to get it back into balance. And then furthermore, we're also going to see what spiritual blessings is going to come through to you once you get this chakra energy back into balance. So again, this is for those of you who have been feeling a little off. Your energy has been feeling foggy to you and a bit distant from you. So we got 30 minutes on the timer. Let's see what we can get done within that time. All right. So again, if you pick pile blue, let's see what's in the cards for you. What chakra right now for my pile blue is out of balance? That came right up. What chakra or chakras right now for my pile blue is out of balance? What chakra or chakras are out of balance? Of course, you got a blue card that came up here. So first card that we have here is Quest. Yeah, you can see that. Let's look at the whole picture. They're saying abundance. And then you also have here facade. Oh, okay. All right. So two chakras right now at this point in your body that are out of balance. You have your solar plexus that's out of balance, and you're also having, seems like your throat chakra here, because blue can represent throat chakra. It could also represent the pineal gland, but I feel that it's a throat chakra blockage with this water kind of here. I feel that you have a message or a journey that you're supposed to begin within a profession. So let me just start with the downloads. Again, this is two chakras in your body, okay? Your throat chakra. So your throat chakra governs how you profess yourself in the world. It's connected to your creative energy, how you produce things creatively. When I say creatively, how you work on projects. Are you a leader? Are you a team player? Are you the alpha? Are you the person that works on the admin part? Are you the person that likes to do all the speech and speaking and collaborating? So everybody plays a role when a project is presented. So there's a project, or they're telling me the word project. And even you could be the project, because while she's here in these like rags a little bit, it makes me feel like some of you are being called to kind of like dust yourself off. It could be dusting off an old skill, dusting off an old, like an old instrument, dusting off something that you used to do in the past. Or even like getting that old thing back, getting your groove back, like kind of shaking off the smaller, meek version of yourself that you created. I just want to again protect the circle so that only messages rooted in divine truth are allowed through, asking our angels to stand at their points. Ashe. They're here. So a part of this message is this was a childhood dream, because look in each of these pictures, y'all. Check it out. Check this shit out. You have here an adult and a child. An adult and a child, an adult and a child. Not every card in this deck is like that. Look, this is just one person here. This is like two figures, whatever those things are. They look like grapes, and this is like one guy. So like that's not the animation of this deck. The animation is, or for this reading, for you who picked blue, your soul has the blues. I don't mean to laugh at that. It's not funny, but your soul has the blues because you're not expressing something that you've been wanting to do since your childhood. That's why I felt like you have to dust something off. Where's my Merlinite? You have to dust something off. Like, so it's, again, it might even be, I don't even feel like you have to learn anything new. This is something this is a gift that you came down here divinely with. Like, you came here to do this thing, and you thought you didn't have the courage. You thought that it was too much of like you thought that the dream was too big, that it was like a facade. Like, man, I can't do that shit. I can't walk on the moon. You crazy? I'm gonna need moon boots, and they don't even have those. Like, you feel like whatever it is that you wanted, it was way too big, so it became like a facade. And here's the thing about that, is you don't realize that this would have been, or walking on this journey, because it's not too late for a lot of you. Walking on this journey is going to bring you a lot of abundance. And you see how this little girl like finds the money? The older gentleman in the picture is like, oh man, I freaking lost. He's so focused on the loss, right? And maybe some of you are really focused on the loss. That's why in both these you have duality. One of these, it's like dead, almost like winter time when everything is dying. And the other side, you have life. You see that? See the difference? And with her hands out, it's like, do you want this life or do you want that life? And even with this little boy with the dead trees in the back, it's like he's walking you away before it's too late. Some of you feel like you're too old to do it. You're too old to pursue this dream. It's something that's a young man's game, but that's not true. You got to just do you know? So this brings me to your solar plexus, because I was talking a little bit before about your blocked throat chakra. So with the throat chakra blockage, what is really happening here is you need to put your message out into the world, and your creative message that is out into the world. You got to get your creative message out there. So there's a project, there's a book, there's an instrument. Maybe you sing, maybe you write poetry, maybe you're an artist that paints or draws and illustrations, or maybe you've always wanted to do, I don't know, you'll know what this is because it is your dream. But you're being guided to, if you're watching this long especially, you're being guided to move forth on that calling, no matter how much of a facade that you think it is. So let's get to the second chakra, which I talked about, was the solar plexus. So that's why you have your solar plexus right now coming up as imbalanced, because you don't have confidence. And most people have an imbalanced solar plexus. That's where our life force is at. That's one of the hardest chakras to bring into balance, because it's the chakra that brings all of your power into your body. It's the soul, the sun, the solar. It's the thing that illuminates our body's drive, our pursuit, our ambition. And a lot of you lost your ambition for this because you felt that it was going to be too long of a pursuit, or you now feel too old to pursue it. Or you might just, even if it's not an age thing, you just might feel like you waited too long to do it. So it's just not something in your reach anymore. But with that solar plexus, you're being guided to have the confidence to do it. Okay? So you need to get the confidence to profess your creative gift. It's going to change your life and bring abundance. Because look, he got a bottle, so he at the bar like, oh my gosh, that's my last $20. I just spent that on a whiskey shot. Not that a whiskey shot would be 20, but it depends on what bar you at. If you in New York, maybe. And then over here, she's like, oh, look at all this money I found. And look how she got a nice little house in the back and stuff. Like, I feel like if you pursue this, that's about to be your life. Like, house in the back, money just coming in. Like, oh shoot, I just checked my account and girl, I got another royalty check. Like bro, we out. I just got paid. Yo, we out. We going to, wherever. So it's like, that's the vibe. Like, everybody's about to eat. If they're your friend, if you follow this thing. But I'm hearing the song, just imagine all the things. So that is the like theme of this. It's like, if you just imagine all the things, then after you've just imagined them, believe that shit, bro. Imagine it. Imagine. Again, I've said this in one of my videos before, so I'm gonna say it again. Imagine is just, I'm a jinn. What does a jinn do? A jinn grants wishes. A jinn creates wishes. And what color is the genie in Aladdin? Okay, what color did you pick? Your wishes will and can be granted, but you gotta believe that you're worth it. You know what I'm saying? Sacral is also, your sacral chakra is also the self-worth, but for you, this is like a self-belief with your solar plexus, okay? So I'm going to put some homework up for healing this, but let's get some more information. So let's see, what was the trigger behind, you know what I'm saying? Behind all of this disbelief in self. All right, what was the trigger behind this, spirit? Show me, what was their trigger? What was their trigger? Ashe. Thank you. I'm going to get some tarot as well. What was the trigger, please, spirit? Let me move these over here. Stay cramping my style a little bit. There we go. All right, what was the trigger? What was the trigger? Help me open up these energy cards to understand what their trigger was for these chakras. Yup, definitely somebody. That's a little too many. We'll take that. We'll take those and we'll keep it there for now. If we need more, we'll get more. Because I already know without even looking. But it's good to confirm the energy in case you miss anything. So it's somebody from your past. It's someone who, like when you were a wee little kid, a wee little lad, a wee little lassie, you know, that's when you were a little kid, innocent, outside playing, finding things, looking under rocks, you know, turning over a new leaf in life. No, you weren't doing that young, but like I'm feeling the age 6. Yeah, 6 of Cups. So this is when you were about 6 years old, maybe 6, 7. I'm hearing an age for some of you was around 12. So that's 6 doubled. So 6, 7, 8, 9, and 12. I don't even hear 10 or 11. All right. So this happened to you around that time. I feel like you were trying to tell somebody that you wanted to do something. And for a lot of you, it is using your voice. So it could be, if it's not, oh, I want to sing, it could be you wanted to be a politician or president of the world or things like that. And even small, big dreams like that coming from a kid, if they're crushed like a squashed tomato, then it can really diminish a big part of your self-esteem and your purpose, you know. So it's, parents have a very important role, so do educators and teachers, you know what I'm saying? So let's look at the other energy before I look at the rest of the tarot, because it was a mother figure for some of you. It was a female figure in your life. So maybe you did not get encouragement from your mother, grandmother, or whoever was the mother figure in your life. It could have been even an older sister's like type of archetype or representer. Maybe it was like a friend or a cousin who's like an older person. It's someone who was older than you who did not help you to uplift. I should show you, sorry. So that did not help you to uplift your dream. They didn't help you to believe in it. And that, I don't know why. Let's see if I'll figure it out why. But maybe because they just didn't have, because they didn't have the opportunities. They didn't have the opportunities growing up for themselves. So they didn't have all of the advantages. And I feel like they didn't have it even to give to you. So they didn't have time to dream. I feel like they've always had a little, we all have, but they've always had like a dream to maybe leave and travel somewhere and go off and become like an archaeologist. I don't know, but maybe they had a dream or an opportunity to do something or to pursue something in the past, but they couldn't do it. Or, no, I feel like it's that, ain't no or. I'm sticking with that. Yeah, because with this Knight of Staffs, and they fell in love, and they had you. I'm not trying to say it's your fault. I'm just reading the energy, okay? And I'm not trying to say that your mom or this person resents you at all. But it just seems like to me that they had an opportunity to pursue something, or they wanted to. There was a part of them when they were younger that wanted to actually pursue something, and they could not pursue that thing. And they couldn't pursue it because they fell in love. Maybe for some of you, this is a love quest. You're like, no, it's not a project. The project is my man, or the project is my woman. I want to go and be with her, or I want to go be with him. And they feel like it's kind of like Fiddler on the Roof. You're going all the way across the world to be with this journalist. For those of you who've seen it, if you have not seen the play or movie or heard about it, it's like you, almost like they're saying you're being foolish, but you should do it. You should pursue it. If this is a lover, follow your own heart. I'm not saying do it because that's what the cards say. Speaking of which, let's get some advice. But I'm saying to do it because you got to follow your heart. Because you have to live with the decisions that you make when you go to sleep at night. So yeah, definitely a paternal, maternal, some type of parental or guardianship figure. Could have even been like a teacher who you really looked up to. But somebody who just squashed, tomatoed your dream. Yeah, they tried to put out your light. But get your light back, okay? Ooh, let's take this one. So let's get some advice. Let's get some spiritual advice. They're already saying that you've been considering taking a new route. So if you've been unhappy with what you're doing, consider taking this new route. Consider it. All right, one more shuffle and then we'll take some cards. Spiritual advice, Spirit, for my blue pile. Spiritual advice for my blue pile. Other spiritual advice for my blue pile. How can they rebalance this? How can they get this rebalanced? Spiritual advice for them to get this rebalanced. Take all of them? No, just take these two. Okay. How else can they get it rebalanced? Thank you. And this one. All right. So here is how you are going to rebalance this chakra, okay? Or these chakras, because there are two. You have your throat and your solar plexus. Now, this is just general advice, and that light just fell over there. I don't know if you saw it, so that's definite confirmation. All right, so the first thing is you need to give this dream to the Most High. I feel like that goes with the just imagine. Like, just believe that you can have everything that you want. Believe that you can have it, because if you believe that you can have it, you'll have it. You have to believe that the Most High will deliver to you, that Source is able to deliver, universe, etc. Interesting, because you have cry this out, and then you also had here Goddess of the Moon, which is usually an indication that there's some emotional baggage or good emotional flow. And even with at the bottom of this quest card, I was noticing the river that's down here. So I do feel like you need to, when you do this thing, it's going to bring a release. That's why I'm feeling a lump in my throat right now. Some of you even may have a lump in your throat when you really reflect on this. And you're being called to do, or to either cry this out, like just cry out all of the times that you were told not to pursue this. But also I feel like you're being told to pursue this so much that when you're doing it, like sometimes I'm in a flow when I'm in a state of doing like creation on anything, right? And I'll get so into it that I feel like I can just cry because it feels so good. I feel like God is just moving through me. And by that, I do mean the generator, the operator, and the destroyer. So, and I feel it right now pumping in my heart. Like, I feel like I can go outside and move the whole building that I'm in right now. It's wonderful. And that's what I mean by cry it out. It's like, you got to remove that lump and get out this expression. Okay? You are being protected. So for some of you who have fears around this gift, like, okay, but what if somebody copyrights my idea? What if somebody steals it? Like all those what ifs. Spirit is like, it's protected. It's fortified. Don't you remember you came here to do this? This is you and God walking in the forest, or you and your higher self walking in the celestials. Like, all right, when I get down here, this is what we're going to do. Okay, yeah, sure. And then this is what else I want you to do. You're like, yeah, I can do it. Trust me. And you get down here and you start acting scary. What you being scary for? Stop it. Look at this. It's time to plan, prep, and get ready, bruh. Get that ass ready. Stop playing, man. Stop playing. No, because you're making me mad. No, I'm kidding. No, you are actually making me mad. You're not, but you are, because you're playing. Stop. Do this thing. Just cast the line and see what fish you catch. You might get a trout. You might get a salmon. You might get halibut. You might get grouper. You might catch a catfish, or you might end up catching a great white shark. You never know, but you got to cast the line. Now I want some seafood. Okay. Focusing. This goes with that you are protected. Guardian angelic force. Okay. One of the things I'd like to insert in here is you need to know who your guardian angel is. That's going to be your homework assignment. Let's make a note of that so I can remember to include that. Blue guardian angel. I'm going to show you how you can look that up and get all of the properties and informations. If you're not like too motivated to do this on your own, book yourself a 10-minute spiritual alignment call with me, absolutely free. No enrollment required, no subscriptions required, no purchase required. You ain't even got to talk to me ever again. That's fine too. But come through and get some help if you need help with finding out who you're assigned. You have a personal assigned guardian angel, and they're one of their purposes. But they got many, but one of their purposes is to help protect this gift of yours, so that way you can start to bring it into existence. Okay. And I mean, how more can we confirm that with this I sound like Mike Tyson. Then with this 33. This 33 is representing your need to create. You need to create. That's it. You definitely got to get gritty and in the kitchen, in the creative kitchen, and start creating this thing. It's something that's going to bring you money. Like we've already talked about, consider another route. And it says here, are their pants on fire? I feel like usually that's intended for if somebody is lying. And I'm getting this in two ways, especially when I hold it. Spirit is saying like, stop lying to yourself. Like, oh, I can't do this. Or, oh, no, I don't really want to do that shit. Like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Nah, fuck it. No, forget it. Change the subject. Angels. I'm not doing it. It's like, man, she lying. Why is she lying? That's kind of like that. It's like, are your pants on fire? Because you're lying to act like you don't want to do this. And I also see it as if some of you, it's like, I'm going to set your pants on fire so you can move your ass, so you can get this done, so that you can create it. Because little do you know, you are a prophet. That's your gift. That's your ultimate gift. And this energy block right now is stopping you from doing your prophetic work. Hear the key word in that last statement. It's stopping you from doing your prophetic work. So it's not going to look like what anybody else is doing. It may have some similarities, but it's not going to be exact, because it's what you came here to do. So last but not least, that's how you're going to rebalance this chakra. You got to cry it out. You got to you have to create a preparation plan. So you need to write out all of the steps. How do you want this project to look? Or how are you going to achieve it? I feel like you already have the blueprints. That's why going into this, I'm like, you got to dust something off. You got to get out that old notebook, that old binder, those old set of notes, go over them and get the inspirational spark again. Okay. And that's going to be, that's all you need to do, because your angels are like, oh, just get her to get up and we'll do the rest. That's what they're like saying to me, showing me. So with that, let's see if last messages, if you were to go through with this, what type of, or if you were to go through with this advice and rebalance these chakras, what type of benefits would you receive? What type of spiritual benefits would come your way? What type of spiritual benefits would my blue collective group get if they balance this chakra? Other benefits, other blessings. I knew it. You have this twice. Adjacent possibilities and endless possibilities. But let me just see. Wow, look what I told you. This is what you came here to do. What number's at the top? Yo, number 30. Let's go. Okay. Number 30. Let's focus that in. There you go. And shining through. Look at that. Let's do a little dance. That's you shining through. That's you shining through, because you a star. Every nigga is a star. That's you. You a star. That was Kendrick Lamar, in case you're wondering. I think that's him. You are shining through. Even the star here, it's like activate your star power and see the endless possibilities before you. That's your spirit guides laughing a little bit with my flair. That's them. They're like, yo, and look, 3, 8, right? So 3, creation, 8, abundance. Focus for me, baby. There we go. 3 is creation, 8 is abundance. And there's endless abundance that's going to be created. And you know what I see when I see shining through? I also see it as seeing through. If you see through with this, that is what will come for you. All right? So, my lovelies, we're going to leave it there. Please go ahead and head over to my website to get your spiritual assignment. It is absolutely free. It requires no registration. And go ahead and check me out over there and check out my other content, like, subscribe, and share. And until our next meeting. Okay, we are at pile number 2, which is my green pile. So if you picked green, this is going to be your reading. And again, we're going to start our timer here. And we are looking at what's going on with your chakras. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's going on in your, that came right out. So I'm going to take it. But we're going to see what is going on in your chakra energy body. Let's move that camera up a little bit. There we go. A little more. There we go. So what's going on in your chakra energy body? What's going on in your chakra energy body? So again, if you've been feeling off a little bit and you were attracted to the green pile, this is what's going on with you. First and foremost, we're going to clear the energy. We're going to ask our angels, guardians, ancestors, and guides to please protect this circle, so that messages only rooted in divine truth are allowed through. Ashe. Yep, I can feel them here. Show me, guardians, what chakras are blocked for my green pile. What other chakras are there any more that are blocked for the pile members who picked green? Okay. I feel like you have another one in here. Yep, right here. All right, so some of you are impatient about a message or a breakthrough in something. So some of you have been praying for a miracle. So with this prayer here, you can see, and with also miracle, I'm seeing that some of you have been literally trying to manifest something that you are just feeling like it's never going to come. I'm never going to get this thing. I'm never going to have it. And you've grown, impatient in, is that focus? There we go. You've grown impatient in its appearance in your life. You're like almost like, what the hell? Like, where's it at already? Like, come on, come along already. This is something that you're very passionate about. I feel guided to use some tarot cards, and pile 1, or I should say my blue members, my blue folks, their message was clear, but yours is not that clear. But it's something you're very passionate about. I don't know. Let's clear this energy again, because we have some energy from the first deck. So Spirit, clear this energy. Okay. From the first pile. What is this that they're so passionate about? Like, you're so passionate about it. Is it a lover? I feel like it's a lover. Yep. It's a lover. Because y'all been hurt. You've been hurt. Somebody hurt you in the past. That's why I was in reversed. So somebody hurt you. Somebody you was with for a while too. You were with them for a while. Let's get some more. Knight of Swords. It probably ended not well, you and this person. I mean, even if you've dated other people, because I'm feeling like you've dated other people since. They just, because you had here the Knight. Oh, you have here the Page of Coins, and you just had the Knight of Coins. I feel like the people, if you've dated other people, they're just not comparing to this relationship. Like, this relationship brought passion to you. This relationship, like, it ignited you. Like, it woke you up in the morning. It made you feel vibrant. It inspired you. You ever been, like, in new love and, like, you're just waking up, like, mad happy? You're noticing more birds. Are there less clouds in the sky today? Like, it's like... Literally, I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. And I feel like that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to see clearly. He's trying to wait for that freaking rain to clear out. He's trying to wait for it to clear out. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to wait for this lover to come in. You're like, where is he at? And you've been doing your inner work, or you think you've been doing it. And maybe you have. I'm not trying to play you. I'm not trying to play you. But if you're impatient to the point where it's caused a block in your chakras, which I will tell you what chakras they are. But if you've been patient, if you're being impatient to the point where it's causing an energy block within your own chakral system, then you have more work to do. Because, mind you, this came out in reverse, the Four of Swords. So you have done quite a bit of work, but there is more to be done. Okay, because what they're telling me is that there's some type of attachment that you have to this lover. This lover coming in, like you have this unhealthy, not my words, but not my words, their words. You have an unhealthy obsession with waiting for it to come in, and it's like, just stay focused. Like, get back on your grind. Like, get back on your health. Get back on your work. Like, what do you like to do? What are you into? Do you like animals? Do you like horses? Like, get more into equestrian lifestyle. And it's like, get back into your hobbies, because I feel like spirit, because what you want is going to require a miracle. And not saying like, oh God, it's going to take a miracle to please this mofo. It's more like, you see how in the midst of this miracle, I'm gonna move it in a little bit. You see that figure being created? That's you when you wrote it down, when you professed it, when you were speaking it. 'Cause this is passion, all right? And we're gonna talk about the chakras in a minute. But the person, this dream lover, for those of you it's relating to for love, I feel like this is about a lover, okay? And even if you with somebody, you are fantasizing about being with somebody else. We're gonna keep it real here every day, every time. And this person has to be created. Like, literally, I literally see, oh, this is dope. Wow, I didn't even know that this could happen. Some of y'all might be like, what? Some of y'all gonna feel me. Like, this is someone that is literally being created out of the ether. Like, they might not even be a regular human. And I don't mean that to be like in a scary way, but it's like this person is somehow merging on a timeline. It's like a quantum leap for them to get into your timeline. And that's why they're like, you have to focus on you, because it's going to distract you from bringing this, whether it's a lover or a love of a lifestyle. Like, oh my gosh, when am I going to get my big money? Like, my lifestyle, I'm trying to be out here. Like, when am I going to be able to, I don't know, like, do the big shit that you're trying to be out here to do? It could be a lifestyle. But for a lot of you, it's a lifestyle that you want to share with a lover. That's why there are 2 lemons here. Okay, 2 lemons. Because it takes 2. You can make lemonade with 1 lemon, but you really want 2 at least. Especially for 1 cup. 1 lemon ain't gonna do it. Yep, and you hear the Empress. So you've been trying to create this life. And they're telling me to tell you that you are creating it, okay? You just have to continue to be patient. So here are your blocks and your chakras. The first one is going to be your sacral chakra. Your pleasure. You are attaching pleasure to this thing, this person, or this lifestyle. Once you get it, then you'll feel good. But that's not how this works. That's not how it works. You got to feel good now, because you're blocking its entrance in your life. You understand? You do. You get it. Also, your solar plexus. I'm feeling like you're pregnant with the idea, but you need to release it. This is an interesting solar plexus imbalance. I've not felt this one before. So usually it's like, oh, you need more energy there. I feel like you have too much. It's overactive. So even check your bowel movement. A good indication would be if you're using the bathroom or emptying your bowels a lot more than typically, that I feel like you have like an active, like there's like too much energy in there. It's too much crowding, and I feel like it's triggering some anxiety. I literally feel anxiety. And I feel like because you're like anxious, it's like being outside of a waiting room. Like, okay, is it a boy or a girl? Did she finish giving birth? It's kind of like that. It's like you mad, like jittery, like I feel like telling you, like, sit the fuck down, like listen to the story, like watch the news. Like don't they have like Judge Joe Brown or whoever judge show on in the waiting room? Like watch that, have some snacks, go to the vending machine, and we'll update you in a moment, Mrs. Calloway, Mr. Collins. Okay, that's you. That's the nurse telling you to sit your ass down and relax, because a miracle baby is coming. And for some of you, it might be a baby. Let's keep it a buck, because we are looking at the solar plexus and sacral chakra, which do influence the pregnancy in women. Root chakra if it were masculine energy. But I'll tell you, with this phallus here, with the sword, it could also be that. Also with the red base, that could represent the root chakra for those of you who are masculine, okay? And maybe you want to have children. And also with that Empress card coming out before, it could be a children thing. Or a children wish, a birth of a child, a pregnancy. You're ready to get pregnant. Like, oh, when am I going to get pregnant? Damn, we've been trying, excuse me. We've been trying. I'm not getting pregnant. What's going on? But Spirit is like, your miracle baby is coming. Whether it's a child, or whether it's a lifestyle, or whether it's your actual like partner that you're trying to be with, it's coming. It's coming. It's literally on the way. You just gotta be a little bit more patient. So the final block that you have here is in your, I'm getting pain in like my lower right back. I guess feel myself just kind of getting irritated back there. But maybe that's just my chair. But anyhow, impatience here is showing your third eye, pineal gland, not having the sight, not having the vision to see. Like it's like the canvas is started, but you don't really see the full picture yet, which is implying the impatience. So this is about you having like blind faith in a way. Is the word that's coming to mind. Okay, so I feel like we've identified the chakras. So once more, your sacral chakra. I want to say root chakra for those of you who are masculine. I didn't get a root chakra card, but look, I split the deck and we have a root chakra card, okay? So yes, it is root chakra for masculine only. If you identify as masculine, it is your root chakra. But I want to say this is in particular for those of you who have an actual genitalia of a phallus, okay? So it's not about your spiritual nature. I really want to identify this on a physical nature. Those of you who have a phallus, it's your root chakra. Those of you who do not have a phallus, meaning that you are feminine, okay? You have a flower. It's your sacral chakra. And that is how Spirit is asking me to convey this, and that's how I'm going to give it. Now, I do want to also, and last but not least, your solar plexus. Outside of your solar plexus, okay, you have here your pineal gland, third eye, ajna, your third eye chakra. I do want to contribute that this is related to love, which is why I also feel like all of those chakras, when they come back in balance, it's going to help to balance ultimately your heart chakra, because you did pick green, and green is the color, along with pink, that represents the heart chakra, and this is something that's related to love, which was not at all what the blue pile's topic was, okay? So let's move into what triggered this, all right? So I want to see what triggered, let's move this up, what triggered these chakras to go out of balance? What triggered these chakras to go out of balance? Door to romance, so definitely, again, a love. And I kind of picked it up from the tarot, but let's see if there are any present triggers that are around. Clearing that deck. All right, Spirit. Show me any present triggers or triggers that I did not identify yet. Okay, I got 2. Let's see if there's anything else to explain those 2. Can we build on that? Or is that it? Do you want to build on that, or is that it? Two more. So we have here, yeah, love, angel of love. You got your heart broken. Door to romance again. I'm sorry that happened to you. I really am so sorry, my love. We all have to go through it though, right? That doesn't make it any less or more pleasant. I'm sorry. They broke your heart because they lied to you. They betrayed you, or you felt betrayed. I don't want to say that was their intention because I'm not reading the energy of the circumstance. If you want to peel that apart a little bit more, you should book some private time with me. You can either do it during a spiritual alignment call, which is only 10 minutes. It's free. No enrollment, no subscriptions. You never have to talk to me or listen to another one of my videos. It's just something I really offer to people because I genuinely want to help. But someone broke your heart because they lied to you. And I feel like this group is a lot of feminine or divine feminine identified persons who were hurt by a masculine energy. Same sex, different sex, I don't care, all are welcome. Apply what applies. You were hurt by this person because they lied to you. And then for some of you, they walked out on you. And when they walked out on you, they took your heart. We're not going to keep going on that energy because guess what? Spirit is saying, throw them in the trash. And fuck it. Throw them in the trash. We want to move on because you here to heal. But that was your trigger and we're not going to keep going through that trigger for you. All right. So much that guess what? I'm putting the energy back in the deck. So now we're going to look and see because I feel like we need to move forward on that. Yeah. Look at that. What just popped out. Patience. Spirit is saying, look, we're going to move on from that energy because before you were impatient, right? And the way that we're going to move on is to know, look, both of them have like a little bit of a clock in front of them too. Like that. And then right here. And you see, for those of you who want a baby, be patient because see how that clock is at the womb? It's coming. The baby is coming. Whether you're masculine or feminine, you will either have a successful impregnation, whether you are doing the impregnating or you are the impregnator. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whether you getting poked or you're doing the poking, or however you working it out in your union and your connection that's coming in next, excuse me, there will be a pregnancy for those of you who are going for that. Those of you who just like, nah, I just want love. I just want love. I just want that lifestyle. I just want to live that lifestyle. That's coming too. All applies. Let's now look at how you can rebalance this. Let's get some advice, okay? I feel like we really cleared out that trigger energy, and I'm happy we did. But we're going to get some advice to see how you are going to move forth with this energy and clear your sacral chakra, clear your solar plexus, and also clear out your pineal gland. And remember, for my masculines, clearing out your root chakra. Those of you who actually have a phallus, okay? You actually have a phallus down there. All right. Let's get some more. And I'm sorry if I'm quiet. I'm getting a call right now and I got a little distracted. But let's see other advice, Spirit, on rebalancing these chakras for my green group. What do you want me to take? Okay. Ooh. Other advice. I saw this come out and Spirit is telling me to tell y'all that some of y'all need to seek some professional help. So some of you need to do therapy or counseling. I feel like that's kind of the vibe on this. Also, I feel like the vibe on this would be an art therapy. So some of you can go, if you like art, there is something called art therapy. I don't know if it's going to be covered by insurances or not. That's your part to research. But you can do these type of things and it may help you to express yourself, to help distract you as well. So you're not so focused on this thing. And when is it coming? When is it coming? Waiting in that waiting room. Other advice we have here is why not? Not fully understanding that yet. So let's see. Oh, there's something behind it. Look. Your dedication and discipline is required. Oh, so Spirit is saying, like, why not? Like, why would you not have this? Why would I not give this to you? Why not should you experience such a love or the birth of a child or such a lifestyle? So that why not is really a question for you to like, almost like when somebody who loves you, who's like your senior, who's like slaps you in the head gently and says, come on, don't be silly. Why not? Like, what are you, crazy? Kind of like that. Like, I'm seeing like the old school Italian movies where it's like, come on, what are you, crazy, Tommy? Wake up. What are you doing here? Kind of like that. It's all out of endearing. It's not abusively done. Your dedication and discipline is required. I feel that that's dedication and discipline. Where's that Four of Swords? To yourself, to developing yourself. Oh, a part of the reason why you didn't call this person in yet, or this life, or this child in yet, is because you're not ready yet. Like, you're like, oh, I'm ready. You're not ready. And then we say that in the beginning, like, you did some of the work, but you didn't do all the work. You're not ready yet. You're not fully ready yet. Like, you think you are, but you think you know, but you have no idea. So, number 7, that reminds me with knowing, that's like your knowledge is going to be expanding. You're going to be gaining some more knowledge and some more wisdom. And that knowledge and wisdom is going to help you to, maybe that's why you have to wait, because you're about to learn something that's going to help you with this lifestyle adjustment. Like if you're going to shift like 3 tax brackets up, let's say right now you're making about $40,000, under $50,000 a year, and you go and you start making $3 million or $300,000 a year. So let's say you go viral or whatever happens, whatever, an investment, whatever. You have to adjust your mindset on dealing with that money shift. So it could be like you learning, or if this is a first time parent, this is your first time having a girl, or whatever, you have to learn certain skills to be that parent. And again, if it's a lover, you're going to have to there's something about this lover that you want that you have to shift and get on a certain level to meet them. Like if you want to meet them, you got to shift and get on that level, bro. That's actually good. It's encouragement for you. It's good encouragement. Surrender to the process. So again, I feel that goes with stop being impatient to balance these chakras. You need to surrender. Once you do, that's going to bring forth the creation, the creation of what you want. Again, I'm really feeling like those of you who are wanting children, you will have them. Show them who's boss. What do you mean by this, Spirit? Show them who's boss. Detox. Okay. So for many of you, it's about bossing up. And that kind of goes with the Four of Swords that we was talking about before. It's about you bossing up, like getting on your boss level status. Some people call that like your bad bitch, but it's bigger than that. It's a different lane. It's same bad bitch highway, but I'm about to take exit boss up. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to take the exit to boss up town or boss up city. I don't know, but you're bossing up, and you, again, a lot of you need to get healthier and get more fit. That might mean like stretching more. And if you're like, nah, I work out every day, are you a meathead? But then, and if you're offended by that term, forgive me, I don't mean no offense, but are you a meathead and you don't stretch? Or are you someone who's like, oh, I stretch, but you don't have like strength training and you need like to get your upper body or lower body? Or maybe you're just a little bit more lazy these days because you got your heart broke and you ain't really been feeling it. But I feel like Stella is going to get her groove back and you got to boss up a little bit. And if it's not a physical thing for you, because you're like, no, I got that on lock. So that's not me though. It's a different department of your life, because in this Four of Swords there are 3 pillars that he's building up and 3 swords on the wall. So there's still one thing that you have not cleaned up. So it could be how you manage your money, it could be how you're domestic, like maybe you don't keep your house clean, or it could be even like how you manage your relationships. It's something that you still need to hit harder and you need to detox on. Most of you, it's your health. So that's another way that you're going to balance that chakra. And detox is going to help. Maybe some of you need to do, y'all need to drink lemon water. Now, with all due respect, because I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a licensed medical professional, so please do not take this advice over seeing a physician, okay? Okay. But some of y'all need to drink some more lemon water. So if you ain't allergic to it and if it ain't gonna do nothing to you, whatever, y'all need to drink some lemon water, because the lemon water is gonna detox your body. And the lemon is one of the fruits that helps to balance your solar plexus. So y'all need to actually detox your body. And that's gonna move with the passion here with the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra rules the water element. Ooh, my left ear is ringing. Ashe. That's going to move that emotional energy through you so you can be more at ease and not, oh, but is it coming? Kind of like that. And that's also going to help you to climax easier when you get with this person. Because you're going to be too clenched up if you met them now. You're like, ooh. But you're going to finally exhale. So we have here the archangels and we have Skywalker. I am feeling that, like I said before, like ether, this person is being created out of nothing, and it's through angelic work that this person, your miracle person or lifestyle or baby, is being created. That's really, really dope. Imagine walking and just seeing somebody vaporize into existence, not out of, into existence. You'd be like, bruh, what the fuck? So that's how, question your new person's backstory. And I guess a child is the same way, right? Like a baby just vaporizes into existence once the egg and the sperm meets. But anyhow, this isn't a lesson on health. Let's take a look at one last thing. I want to give you the gift of life. I'm going to keep that out there, but I'm going to keep both of those out there actually. I want to get one last message and see, once you do this healing work, okay? And your homework for y'all, which again, by the way, your homework is going to be on my website, www.lovenaturally.com. It is absolutely free, no registration, no memberships required. You can go on there and you can download the spiritual assignments. It's your spiritual homework that's going to support this pile. Each pile gets their own assignment. I'm feeling like for some of y'all, we need to do some type of spiritual detox plan. Okay, so note to self, you guys will be getting a spiritual detox plan. Head over to my website for that. But once you follow through that spiritual detox plan, as well as the other advice discussed, let's see what benefits you will have. What will come once these chakras are back into alignment? And I want to just say that chakras aren't just a one-time thing that you align and then that's it. This is from the last pile. You have to maintain the energy. You have to maintain the alignment of them, okay? So it's not like, oh, no, I did that. I balanced those back in 97, baby. I'm good for life. No, it ain't no lifetime pass on chakras. This ain't Dorney Park. This ain't Disney. You don't get season passes. You got to keep doing the work, okay? So you'll ultimately create a system. Anyway, without rambling too much, and your sand is running out. So the advice that came out right before I went into how to rebalance is to let this go. It's time to let it go. Undo the ribbon. You see that ribbon they have there? Undo that ribbon, okay? And let this go. Let it go. Let the person go. Let bygones be bygones, okay? Bye, Guan. Bye, Guan, okay? And also willing release. I feel like with willing release in this instance, because I know how I feel about it when I see these wishes on the card. But willing release is representing you releasing, being willing, excuse me, too many E's and I's and L's. Being willing to walk away from this painful memory. Ooh, that's your homework. How do you walk away? How do you release? To allow. That's what you need to do. You need to release to allow. I feel like I gotta say it like that. Release to allow. Release to allow. Try it with me. Release, allow. Let's do it together. Release, allow. One more time. Release, allow. I got it. You got it. You fucking got it. Once you release and allow, you have no idea what's about to happen. First off, didn't I say you're calling in your soulmate? Boom. This is how you're calling them in. You wished upon a star. Okay? If it will focus. Anyhow, you wished upon a star. Boom. There we go. That wish was heard. Your divine matrix is coming in. Look, you have divine matrix and divine harmony. The two of you, when y'all end up together, it's going to be such a beautiful union. Okay? Look, all those flowers. Bro, and didn't I tell you he coming through another portal? I told you this person is not on Earth yet. And if they come in adult form, I'm telling you. And 4-4 are the archangels. That's the angelic number of the archangels. Focus, angels, please. Focus the camera. Oh my gosh. There we go. Wait, I moved. Okay, they gotta see it. Here we go. Now go in. There we go, bro. There we go. Yo, I'm telling you. I feel like Archangel Gabriel is leading this order. Like, you put in your order. Like, yeah, let me get a cheeseburger well done. Put cheddar cheese on it. Saute the onions. Add some mustard. Some mayo. Yeah. No, hold the lettuce. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna get this order correct. Like, oh man, we don't have. And they had to go into the kitchen into fresh ingredients and whip it up. This person is literally coming through another quantum like timeline. That's some shit. I ain't never read nothing like that before. But yeah, also, once you boss up, because they're showing me like, okay, that's the love that she and he is about to call in. But when they get on their boss up shit, whether it's, I feel like most of you is health, body, physical, but for those of you, it applies to other areas. Yo, look at that. Your body and soul is about to be aligned. And I told you, you have to align on the physical with that higher part of yourself before you can call in this person. You can't do it from where you at. That's like being 3 feet trying to reach something that's 6 feet up. You need a stool, a ladder, or you need a tool, an apparatus. Okay? Or you need somebody else to do it. Boom. You're going to also find that you're going to become the royal version of yourself. Like, and you're going to feel so complete already. And that's what Spirit is trying to tell you. And we're at the end of our time. That you are going to feel so complete already before this miracle comes in your life. That it's just going to add the craziest amount of icing on your cake. Where you're going to be like, all of this cake is for me? Like, think about your favorite cake. And if you're like, oh, I don't like cake. Well, whatever is the favorite thing that you like to eat. Think about it. And think about when it's prepared the best, most favoriteest way from your most favoriteest place or person. That's how it's about to feel. And like, you're hungry, ravenous. You have nobody you have to share with. You got your favorite show on, or you just have peace or a family, however you want to eat. And when you eat that, oh my gosh, that's how good it's going to feel. But you got to do the work too. Okay? So that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, boo. We out. Okay. my group number 3, aka my red group. If you've chosen the red group, this is going to be your reading assessing what is going on in your chakra body and within your chakra energy. Okay, so let's start our timer. We got 30 minutes on the clock. And the first thing we're going to start with looking at is seeing which chakra is out of balance. Okay, I want to clear the energy from the past reading, Spirit. All right. For my red group, show me which chakra is out of balance. Which chakra or chakras are most currently... Oh, you saw that come out of balance for them. Which chakra or chakras are currently out of balance for my red group here? Okay. Starting with these 3 energies, you have here confusion, dissipating, and trickery. Immediately I'm sensing that some of you are lying to yourselves about some type of self-image. Let's move this down. Okay, so some of y'all are lying to yourselves about some type of self-image. There is... Some of you feel like you're too old, or some of you feel like you're in the wrong body. Some of you, for some of you, it may be a coming out. Like maybe you need to come out to your family or to your loved ones. You've been lying to yourself about it. Or for those of you, don't scurry away if that's not the case. Some of you, it's a life that you've created for yourself. Maybe you're in a relationship or a marriage, a profession. I feel that a lot of you, it's a profession or a type of job that you've done because you feel like, well, that's what the family does, or that's what everybody expects me to do, so I'm gonna do that. Or, yeah, that's the truth with this Ace of Swords right there. So many of you right now are at a point, and I'll tell you which chakra in a minute is affected because of this. But many of you right now are at a point where you're unable to like, you don't know who you are because you've adapted and you've created a lifestyle for yourself that is so off from what it is. I'm just putting on my oil. It's so off from what it is that you really truly are deep down in your heart. That's why you have trickery here. Because someone told you, here, take this little basket of small nuts and give me this one big nut. It's like you did an exchange. It's like how the city of Manhattan was bartered. When it was bartered, you can look up the story. It was like an unfair barter because you didn't fully understand what you were going to be getting yourself into. It could have been an arranged marriage. And for those of you, again, it's something to do with your sexual identity or a personal part of your identity that you've been masking. For some of you, it may be like an age thing. You feel that you've waited too long. This has some themes from my group with the green, but not full themes. My blue group. Anyhow, let's read it for what you are, the red group. I'm seeing here that there are some themes that have played out in your life that have caused you to just let your youth pass you by. Yeah. It's kind of like a sleepy energy too. No shade. Spirit, clarify these chakra cards. More clarification, please. Yeah, it's a marriage for many of you. You got involved in a relationship. Yep. Some of you are even in a third party as a result of not being happy in the marriage. So with this Hierophant right here, it's a marriage you got involved with, or it's some type of a contract, or when I say contract, maybe an employer. This could be an employer, a representation of an employer too, and you don't want to be in it. You don't like what you're doing. You don't like where you're at. You may be considering divorce, separation, or just leaving, because what you want is to have more fun. You've been lying to yourself that I'm happy, I love what I do, yeah, I can't wait to wake up in the morning and just hit the pavement. It's like you've been lying to yourself because you put a lot of time into this. You've put a lot of preparation. It could have been something you had to go to school for. Marriages are a lot of work. It could also be a long-term relationship that you're in, and you're like, man, we got all these investments together. How am I going to just walk away now? But in your heart of hearts, this is why your first chakra that I want to show you here is out of balance, is your heart chakra. Because in your heart of hearts, this is like you're tricking yourself. It's like you don't want this. You don't want this. So your heart chakra is out of balance. Because girls just want to have fun. Boys are going to be boys, Maybe you got into this relationship or this dynamic, and again, relationship could be employer, or it could be a family business, or it could be just a marriage or a connection with a person. Maybe you did this at a very young age, and you were at that time of a different mindset. You were like, you know what? Yeah, this is what I want. You crazy? I want this. And now you're like, I feel like my interests have changed, or you've grown, or maybe you just feel confused. Like you don't know. You knew, you were so sure before. This is what I want. Everybody's telling me I'd be good at it. Everybody's telling me this is what's best for me. This is what I should do. And now you're confused because it's like, well, why don't I feel good? Why aren't I happy? Why don't I feel enjoyment and bliss and just amazing and jubilance? Like, why do I not feel that way? You've worked so hard for this thing. You did all this preparation. You're still working. Some of you might even still be working towards this degree. It could be that you're in school getting a degree in something you don't want to get a degree in. So it's definitely a long-term investment with another entity or another person that you're feeling quite unhappy about. And I'm really sorry to hear that. I am. But I want you to know it's not too late to change course, okay? That's why with this dissipating card, you got to see here that you just got to get up off the couch and move. So the second chakra there is your solar plexus, okay? So I will say across all of the groups, each group has a solar plexus imbalance. Excuse me. And that is very common. Most people have imbalances in their solar plexus and their heart chakras, as well as the root. And my nose is getting tickly, which tells me confirmation. So that's what's out of balance in you. Let's see what were the triggers behind this imbalance. I feel like we kind of identified it, but we can become a little bit more specific to get involved in the triggers. This way you can learn how to avoid those things in the future in case you're not aware of what's triggering you. Okay, so Spirit, show me what the triggers are, and we put our angels, guardians, ancestors, and guides at their points to protect this circle so that only messages rooted in divine truth again are allowed through to protect this circle. Please show me what were the triggers that led I want to make sure the energy on this deck is cleared. Show me what led to, what are the triggers that led to this imbalance in their chakras. The third card that I have here is the confusion card. You'll notice it's in gray. That's representing that it's an entire auric imbalance. So like that's why I said I feel sleepy. Your entire aura is like out of balance right now. So that's what that's about, okay? And that is what that is about, my friend, all right? So you have really first thing I'd like to recommend for you is to take a spiritual bath. That will be your spiritual homework. I'm going to make a quick note to self that you need to take a spiritual bath. And I'll give you some steps and other points of maybe some journaling. We'll see, because I channel later on to see what type of homework you'll need. So my spiritual assignments, they're absolutely free. You just have to head over to my website. It's www.lovenaturalee.com. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to subscribe. And again, they are at no cost to you. Each group, usually most of my pick a cards, I'll try to pair each group with its own personal homework assignment to help you to supplement the energy to get the benefit and the healing. You know, I want your involvement in your healing. I don't want you to just come to me every week for a pick a card getting the same message. You should be graduating and moving past your readers. You know, if you're going to the same reader for the same messages years and years, that reader is not serving you, okay? You don't go to 7th grade to stay in 7th grade for 7 years. You graduate through the school system. With that said, I don't know why I went on that tangent, but maybe some of y'all needed to hear that. Perhaps it's time to move on, but I got 2 cards from the last group, and I'll show you what they are, and if they come back out, then so be it. But I want to make sure the energy is fresh. So you have here Angel of Love, and then we have here Man holding a heart. So I feel like, honestly, holding this card, I feel like this is accurate. There are 2 people, and I'll get more messages, but there are 2 people here that are in love. This could be the but you see how she's distracted? Like, he's like kind of looking towards her, but she's distracted. So one person is distracted. One person wants out. One person, even here, it's kind of like, hey, honey, hey. And she's like, oh, will you leave me alone? Even in here, she's watching him on TV, but he's distracted. Where are we at? Let's get it to focus. Hold on. But he's distracted looking at the newspaper and the TV in the background. You know what I mean? And while she's distracted looking at that, the bird is distracted looking at her. So there's a lot of distractions. And even in this last time, okay? But this is important. Even in this, it's like there's a distraction. It's like, ha, gotcha. Because I distracted you. I tricked you. So I feel like maybe one of y'all have felt very like you either were tricked, because with his heart cut out here, maybe like somebody felt like betrayed at some point in their relationship, like, because you also have storm warnings. So maybe something went south. And applying this to like your jobs, maybe some of y'all were messing with your boss, you know what I mean? Maybe y'all had a romantic relationship on the job, and you found out that, wow, you fucking everybody. Or, which a lot of times that's how bosses are, because they are the boss. You know what I mean? Like, it comes with its perks and benefits and more perks. But I digress, and I don't mean to make light of the situation, but for some people, this is a employer relationship with an employee, whatever levels whoever is on. And you might have found out like, oh wait, he's been creeping with other people at work. I'm not the only one. Damn, I thought this was something that was real. So that's one scenario at a work dynamic. If it's not that, it could be, damn, I thought I loved what I was doing, but shit, I just realized with the past week or the past year that I'm having like a mental crisis because I fucking hate my job. Like, I hate what I'm doing. So it's one of those dynamics, however you fit in. I want to get maybe 1 or 2 more cards, Spirit. What were the other triggers for them? Yeah, you were, excuse me. I don't know why my voice is going out. What's up? What's up, voice? No, for real. What's up, voice? Okay, I'll see you later then. I'll see you. It's attachment. So you have an attachment. You see how she's attached, but she's also wearing a mask. It's about you taking off your mask. Like, you need to stop pretending. And a trigger, like, the trigger is you're still attached to this thing. That's the trigger. And with the Magician and the Mirror, it's like, okay, I'm living this life, but I want that life. It's like red pill, blue pill. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, do you want to keep dissipating in the world, or do you want to step into the matrix? Like, you know, it's like, do you want to keep living like this, or do you want to step outside of your cocoon? And your trigger is, you know what's out there. Like, you know, maybe you've recently done something. You had like an event that you attended, or a friend that you've been hanging out with, and you're like, damn. Or you just know, like, maybe you have like a secret life where you can, or maybe you have time where you can just get out and step away. Excuse me, and be like, okay, I'm going to explore. Like, you have like really a lot of a fun. Hold on, let me slow down, because the images are there, but sometimes articulating the images as quickly as the images are coming can be a complex job. It's the hardest part about my job, let me tell you. But no, seriously, I feel like maybe you might have done something that was really liberating, or you've observed something really liberating, and you're just like, oh my gosh, I want more of that. And that's happening on purpose. So that's a trigger for you, outside of it being a dynamic where something you've ignored, and you're like, oh shoot, boom. Maybe you've ignored red flags from this person, because even how he's holding this heart reminds me of a red flag. Like, I've been showing you this red flag, but you so busy looking down at your heart that you ain't been seeing them. And now boom, it's like, oh shit, there's a freaking tornado on the store, like on the shoreline. So the trigger is your ignorance, like ignoring it, and because of your ignoring of it, you became ignorant of what was going around you. Okay, so it is, I feel like, definitely time, A, for us to move on in the reading, but B, it's time for you to move on from this energy. So if it's a job, a relationship, it's time for you to move on. If it's a marriage, you know, that's harder than, not as easily done as it is said. So it might just be starting to take those steps, going to counseling or having those conversations, if you can have them safely and respectfully with your partner, and even just trying like a small separation to see how you guys fare without each other. But it is time for you to move on, all right? And that's one of the things that I think is going to help clear your heart chakra and your solar plexus and your aura. But let's see, okay? That was your trigger, believe it or not. So your trigger is actually the argument, you finding out something, and your current like lifestyle, like you're still living this reality every day, and that is kind of bothering you. So I'm going to put these up here, and let's see, let's get some advice for you actually. So Spirit, if we want to bring the heart chakra, the solar plexus, and the overall aura, the auric field around my red pile 3, what advice do you have for them to do? What advice do you want me to convey? So we'll take these. What other advice do you want me to convey? Okay, anything else you want me to convey? What advice do you have for them? What advice do you have for them? Okay, let's take this one. All right, so some advice that we have. First of all, we have absolutely. With absolutely, I feel like this is a confirmation to say, like, all right, it's absolutely time for you to move on. And you notice how his soul is underlined in there. It's like your soul is saying it's time. Like, I want to move on. Like, I want to be fulfilled. I want to get rid of this old stagnant energy. I want it to poof, be gone. That's why this dust cloud is around her, because she's going poof. She's trying to do it, but it's still that person or those memories or this job is still there, or this life is still there. And it says here to do your best and forget the rest. And I'm reading that as you did your best. Some of you might be feeling guilty, or you feel like you weren't, it's because you weren't good enough. That could be related to your solar plexus, that this person did this to you, or that's why this occurrence happened for you. But that's not the case at all. Hold on, y'all. Okay, had to reset the music, y'all. But anyhow, I feel like it's saying that you did your best, and just forget the rest. Like, forget about what other people are going to say. Forget about judgment, and forget about your own judgment for yourself, because like your lower nature, your ego may try to poke at you and give judgment for not doing more, not giving more, not whatever. But it's like your higher self is like, boy, you better remember you did your best, forget the rest, we moving on. It's like on to the next. Oh, look, walk away. It is time to walk away. Like literally it's time to walk away from this situation. Divine love is coming to you, but I feel like you have to give it to yourself first. You have to. That's that divine love at the heart chakra, right? So some advice is, once you walk away, it's going to balance your. That's really easy but really hard, because they're saying that once you actually walk away, the balance will initiate naturally, but the hard part is walking away. With Raphael's healing, your heart is again going to be healed naturally, but you have to walk away from this encounter, from this lifestyle, marriage, job, person, relationship, side piece, main piece. Again, consider another route. And this came from the first group, so I'm going to consider this, but not heavily. But are their pants on fire? Maybe this person, or maybe you feel like this person has lied to you, like I was feeling before. Or again, you're lying to yourself. But I feel like this is more related to the other person. And I feel like with that, it's just like forget. You have to forget what they've told you. Maybe like that's what they're saying. Okay. So some of you have been gaslighted about some things. And even your managers, let me tell you, I know corporate secrets, bro. I know them. And managers will say things to get in your head, to make you think that you are the best employee, just because you'll do, and they might mean some of it. Don't get me wrong. It's maybe not all malicious, but it's like, if you're going to make their job easier, they're going to tell you whatever you need to hear. And maybe if for those of you, if it's a work dynamic, you have a supervisor or a boss that likes to butter you up just so you can always say yes. Or like you might have a dependency on somebody making you feel good, and you might need to like outgrow that shit. And that's solar plexus. So just for some people, right? Cry This Out. This came out in the other group. I'm going to get some other ones, because Cry This Out came out in the other one too. And I feel like that also means that you may have to cry about this situation. Give me another fresh card, Spirit. Another fresh card. This came out in the other group. Another fresh card. Fresh new card. A fresh new card, Spirit. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'll take this one. Let's leave this one. So just to get a few more, right? Where I was saying is, cry this out. I feel like some of you are going to have to cry, are going to feel very emotional about leaving this situation and walking away from it. And that's okay. Like it's not everything that you do is going to be easy to do. And some of the hardest things that we do give the biggest amount of reward, Keep believing in yourself. That's that solar plexus, And that's also that confusion. You're like, I don't know. The more you say I don't know, you're not going to know. By simple metaphysical math. The more you say I don't know, the more energy vortex you are developing, the more vibrational attunement you are aligning yourself to a frequency of I don't know. So everything moving in your life is going to be I don't know. You got to start believing. You got to start knowing. Like, if your intuition is like, I'm not happy here, then that's your signal to go. Okay? I'm feeling awake now, because I feel like you don't woke up. Give it to the Most High. This came out in the first pile, 33, or the second pile, whichever pile. But give it to the Most High, 33. I feel like, again, it means that you're walking through new portals of creation, or you could be. And if you start working within your divinity, however that looks for you, working with your Most High version of yourself, you're going to find confidence to leave this situation. You have here, get away for a bit. So you might, if it's work, you might want to call out for some time. Take some time off. You have your seek professional help. If you're feeling with cry this out, and that's near cry this out, some of you may need to take some leave of absence or may need to leave the household for a little bit just to get your energy back right. And then there's a blessing coming through. The angels are saying, allow this blessing, or allow through this blessing. Oh, I see. I get it, Spirit. You're giving me the chills in my heart. Your advice is to leave this situation, right? Or this circumstance. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm telling you what these cards are saying. This is just my professional tarot opinion. And if you need to get more intimate on your situation, then you need to reach out for a personal reading, okay? I do free 10-minute alignment calls. There's no requirement for enrollment. You don't have to buy something. I'm not going to throw in a sales pitch because I hate that shit. This is just a way for us to connect. If the vibe is right for me to you, we'll work in the future together. If it's not right for either of us, then deuces. Like, I don't never have to see you again and we'll both be fine. But I really genuinely want to help you. So the way that this is feeling, like it is time for you to consider leaving this situation, right? And once you do, the archangels, your angels, are pulling through a divine blessing, and this divine blessing is going to be a fresh start. With the sun here, I'm feeling like this fresh start is going to put you like literally in the sun. Think about how you feel when you're in the sun. Like, respectfully, if you're not someone who's like, I hate the sun, nah, well then think about the darkness, okay? Think about whatever type of temperature when you're in it makes you happiest. But honestly, it's the sun. It's like the sun rays like clearing everything away. It's that feel good glow. It's that feel good shine. It's that feel good joy and just energy inside of you. And I feel that that's what's going to be coming towards you. That's what your angels are tugging and tugging and tugging towards you. But you got to get out the way. And by you getting out the way so they can bring it through the door is by you actually leaving. I'll take this card. By you actually leaving whatever environment that is to get towards it. Shucks. Damn. All right. So let me clear the deck on this one because I don't want to keep getting repeat messages. That's so annoying. So Spirit, please clear this deck. Let's clean these up a little bit so I can have some space to shuffle. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we got some new energy already. Thank you. Look at that. Okay. So what we're going to look at as our final message here is when you actually do that advice that we just talked about, what energy is going to come through for you? Like what blessings, like what is going to happen for you? Okay, let's take those three. So we have here, this is an old card, so we need a new one. And when I say old, it's from the last group before I cleared the deck. Boom. Didn't I tell you you're going to have great big love that comes through? I told you the minute that you leave, come on, focus. The minute that you leave that last union, you're going to walk like into the sun. Look at her. She's into the sun. And what else does the sun represent? The sun represents you. Solo. It represents you giving yourself your moment in the light. The sun in the zodiac is Leo. If you know a Leo, if you are a Leo, you know that the Leos need their time in the spotlight. They need their attention. Some need it more than others, but they need to feel acknowledged and seen. Okay, that's the power of Leo, and they do a very good job of captivating their audiences. That's why they're so charismatic. But if you take this advice to move on from this situation, and when I see with great big love, it's not like you're going to get a lot of love with a pat in the back, kiddo. No, it's not going to be like 1950s, 1960s TV sitcom where everything is all peachy keen and perfect. F that. We're talking about real love. It's like great big love is like you're getting bigger love. And look at the number at the top, right? It says 62. Come on. Focus for me. Here we go. So it says here 26. How I see it as 2 6s. 6 is the number of love, of divine love, and like the union of divine love. So 2 6s is like you're getting 2 times the love that you thought you had. whether it's love of art and what you did, or love of the person. You're getting double the love. That's why this heart is all glowing, because it's double. And look at, didn't I tell you the angels are bringing it in? Doesn't it look like angels levitating this heart up, bringing something in? That's the angels at work. And it's because you put yourself first with the sun energy. And the last card here is a grand symphony. It's like, it's just, and even these flowers are in the bright sunlight. It's like everything is harvesting. Everything is growing for you. Everything is developing. Everything is just, and you don't have to do too much work. It's just like everything is just coming together. And with the 2-7 up here, I see it as 9 because you walked away. Because you walked away. All right, my loves. So that is going to conclude Red Pile's reading for your chakras. Again, head over to my website for your spiritual homework. And until the next time, over and out, baby.